I am lugging 30 kg worth of gear through a park just to make this video, so I really hope you guys will enjoy this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support my efforts. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bernard and welcome to the channel. Recently, this company called DIFFBERNARD reached out and loaned to me this Ifootage tripod, the TC6s, to test and review. I decided to do the most Singaporean thing and compare it to my other existing tripods. I will first be talking about my biggest likes and dislikes for each tripod. Do note that this is not a comprehensive review for each tripod because that will make this video way too long. I will then proceed to rank them based on the factors people consider when selecting a tripod. They will be given points based on their ranks, and a tripod with the most points will be deemed the best all-around tripod. I would like to point out that no tripod is perfect, and the reason why I own so many tripods is because I use a different one for a different situation. I guess with this comparisons test, it can help you find a tripod that will best suit your needs and maybe identify the best all-rounder tripod. Without further ado, let's begin. The first tripod we will talk about is the Manfrotto Befree carbon fiber. This was my very first tripod, and back then, my priority was weight. If I had to lug camera gear up a mountain, this would be my tripod of choice. The thing I love about this tripod is its size and weight. It is very compact and very light. However, if I was asked to think of other things I love about this tripod, honestly, there aren't any. My list of dislikes for this tripod is pretty long in comparison. Firstly, this tripod is short. It stands at only 1.42 meters. That is why I don't think this tripod is suitable for my corporate shoots. Another thing I don't like about this tripod is its payload. It can only hold up to 4 kg. To be fair, it's more than enough for anything I would possibly bring up on a mountain. But still, the bigger the payload, the more comfortable I would be placing big lenses on it. My last issue with the tripod is the ball head that comes along with it. It is not a lousy ball head, but it is very basic. There is no pen option for this ball head. Furthermore, you are unable to add any friction to it, so when you loosen it, the camera is more prone to the sudden drop. It may sound like the cons outweigh the pros, but the weight and size of this tripod is just unbeatable, which is why this tripod still remains in my kit. The next tripod to be discussed will be the Manfrotto 055. This was the second tripod I bought when I realized my Befree tripod was not suitable for corporate work. There is a carbon fiber version, but I decided to go with the aluminium one to save some money. One of the biggest things I love about this tripod is the top-down feature. I use this a lot on jobs that require a flat lay, and I highly recommend everyone to own a tripod that allows you to do this. The next thing I love about this tripod is its height. This tripod goes up to 1.7 meters, and it is suitable for talking heads even if the subject is tall. As much as I love this tripod, I always have to think twice before bringing it out on shoots because of its size and weight. I would say that this tripod is only suitable when you are on shoots that you set up the tripod once and don't move around much. As this tripod is a 3-section tripod, it is still bulky even when collapsed. As for the weight, like I mentioned earlier, there is a carbon fiber version. However, that is going to cost you. Personally, I feel like it was a better choice for me to go for the aluminium version. The third tripod I bought, and the one we will be talking about now, is the Sirui W1204. I love this tripod because of its height to weight ratio. Granted that it's not the tallest tripod I have in my kit, but for its weight, this tripod is actually pretty tall. It is 1.4 kg, but it can extend to 165 cm. This actually makes it decent for my corporate shoots, and it's usually my secondary tripod for jobs. Another thing that I love about this tripod is that it is sandproof and waterproof. Just to be clear, not the entire thing is, but the legs are advertised to be. They claim that sand or water will not get into the tubes of the tripod. As someone who shoots outdoor a lot, I am much more comfortable using this tripod by the ocean, where sand and sea water is likely to compromise the quality of the tripod. To be fair, I never really tested out this claim myself, and I'll just take the word of the company. The third thing I like about this tripod is its ability to go into inverted mode. By doing so, I'm able to get top-down shots. To be honest, I've never used this feature before because it is much more convenient for me to just reach out for the Manfrotto 055 for shots like this. However, it is good to know that I can use this method when I'm in a pinch. The last thing I love about this tripod is its ability to remove the center column. This allows me to shave a few grams of weight off my back if I'm weight conscious on hikes. This also enables me to shoot from really low angles. Sounds like the perfect tripod so far, but here is what I really don't like about this tripod. This tripod uses a twist lock system. If you notice, all my other tripods are clamp locks, and I much prefer that locking mechanism. I think that twist locks require so much effort to operate and it is so time consuming. Furthermore, at a glance, you can always see if a clamp lock is secured. You can't do so for the twist locking mechanism. Although I only have one problem with it, it is a pretty big one in my opinion. The fourth tripod, which I recently acquired earlier in the year, is the Manfrotto 535. This is my first video tripod. The biggest thing I love about this tripod is that it has a bow. This is very useful for leveling your tripod efficiently and effortlessly. It is frustrating and a big hassle to try leveling your tripod with just the legs when you're on unleveled ground. This feature is perfect for videographers who use fluid heads or for photographers who tend to take panoramas. Another thing I love about this tripod is the height. Despite not having a center column, this tripod can reach up to 1.71 meters. The thing I dislike about this tripod is that it is relatively heavy at 2.42 kg. It is not the heaviest in its category, but it does get unbearable when you have to hold it over your shoulder for extended periods of time. Another thing I don't like about it is how bulky it is. Just like the Manfrotto 055, this tripod is a 3-section tripod and it sticks out of the side of a bag. The last thing I don't like about this tripod is the leg clamp. It is made from plastic and feels cheap. For its price, I feel like I should be getting better materials. Last but not least is the Ifootage TC6s. Although I've used this tripod for the shortest period of time, it was easy to identify my favorite features. For starters, my favorite feature of this tripod is that it is the only tripod on the market that has a bow and a center column. On top of that, to adjust the bow, instead of having to deal with troublesome unscrewing or small knobs, all you have to do is flick this lever. This is the ultimate convenience. Another feature I love about this tripod is that it shares the same center column tricks as the Sirui W1204. Although it is essentially the same thing, I think that the TC6s center column is better designed and feels better when handling. Here is the factor I am pretty on the fence about. For a tripod that packs so many features and has a max height of 165 cm, it is relatively lightweight at 1.91 kg. However, that is still quite a bit of weight if you have to carry it for extended periods of time. It also has a close length of 63.5 cm, which means it isn't very compact. The thing I don't really like about this tripod is that when you undo the clamp to reposition the bow, there is no gradual loosening or resistance, so the bow has a higher tendency to slide about, especially with heavier payloads. However, this is a really small issue and I do much prefer the convenience of this clamp system over the 535's twist system. That pretty much sums it up for my biggest likes and dislikes of each tripod. Now let's move on to ranking them. Each tripod will be ranked from best to worst in each category, and the tripod coming in first place will be awarded 5 points and the last place will only get 1 point. Starting with the weight category, the Befree ranks first, W1204 coming in second, the TC6s getting third, followed by the 535, and the 055 comes in last. The next category is portability, and the compactness of each tripod is taken into consideration when ranking them. The ranking for the first two positions stays the same, but now the TC6s and the 055 ties for third position and the 535 comes in last. The third category is stability and payload, and this is the chance for the bottom ranked tripods to turn the tables. Coming in first this time is the 535. The max payload of the 055 is lower than the W1204, but I must say that the 055 feels much more stable, so second place goes to it. The W1204 comes in third, followed by the TC6s, and lastly, the Befree tripod. The next category will be the max height. Although the max height of the 535 and the 055 is similar, the 055 only reaches 170 cm with the center column extended. This compromises stability, and I wouldn't recommend using a heavy setup when the center column is extended. Therefore, the 535 takes the first place again, and the 055 comes in second. The W1204 and the TC6s ties for third, and the Befree comes in last. Features will be the next thing we look at in this category. I feel that the TC6s comes in first as it is very versatile with its unique features and can be used in a wide range of situations. Coming in second will be the W1204. On top of the factors mentioned earlier, the Sirui actually has a removable leg that you can use as a monopod. The reason I didn't mention it earlier is because I barely use this feature, and I but it is definitely useful for some. Coming in third will be the 055 over the 535, as it has the top-down center column feature and I can level a tripod by adjusting the legs individually. In last place will be the Befree, as it is a very basic tripod. Now we will look at durability. Last place goes to the Befree tripod. The competition for top spot is very fierce, but I have to say it goes to the TC6s mainly because of the metal clamps on the tripod legs. The 055 tripod comes in second, and it is a tie for the third spot for the 535 and the W1204. The seventh category will be ergonomics. Tripods will be judged on their ease of use. Coming in last will be the W1204. I really dislike the twist locks. Fourth place will go to the Befree because of the lack of features. Third goes to 055, second goes to 535, and the TC6s takes top spot. The last category, and one of the biggest factors that influence the picking of a tripod, is price. At $249, the W1204 tripod is the cheapest and definitely value for money. Coming in second is 055 at $324, but this is a little unfair as the rest of the tripods are carbon fiber and this is aluminium. TC6s and Befree is priced at $435 and $410 respectively. Personally, I think that the TC6s is more value for money, but let's call it a tie. Last but not least will be the 535 at $748. After tallying the score, according to the judging system, the best all-around tripod with 29 points is Ifootage TC6s tripod. Coming in second is Sirui W1204 with just 2 points behind. Third place goes to Manfrotto 055 with 26 points, and fourth goes to 535 with only 1 point separating them. Trailing a little further behind is the Befree with 21 points. If you would like to know my personal opinion on which tripod to buy, here it is. Get the TC6s if you can only own one tripod and you are planning to pair it with a fluid head often and your main usage will be for corporate work. Get the W1204 if you want the best bang for your buck and something that you can use for both travel and corporate work. Get the 055 if you take top-down shots often and if your work doesn't require you to be very mobile. Get the 535 if you shoot on professional video setups that weigh 10 kg and above. For smaller setups, I would recommend the TC6s. I do not think that this tripod is worth it if you're using it just for photography. Get the Befree if you're going to be outdoors a lot and you don't want anything weighing you down. But if you have a heavier camera setup or would like a peace of mind in extreme weather conditions, the W1204 is a better choice. Now that was one lengthy video. I would like to thank DIFFBERNARD for loaning me this tripod to test and review. And if it wasn't obvious enough already, I was not sponsored to make this video. However, DIFFBERNARD did give me a discount code that you can use to get $10 off anything you buy in their store. Use the code DIFFBERNARD when checking out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. That's pretty much it for today. It's a wrap!